I can stop myself from crying, I'll probably be able to say something. But never in my long life, and I'm not a spring chicken, never in my long life have I seen so many people so afraid of so little. They have nothing to fear. This is not a fatal virus. This is not a fatal disease. This is not deadly, and I wish those morons in RTE would stop saying this deadly. Any virus with a mortality rate of something like 0.8% is not a deadly disease. You are as likely to die from this as you are to be struck by lightning. And yet we've had all this misery wished on us by a half-elected government who keep blaming medical experts who never come out from under the rocks to let us see who they are, or what their names are, or where did they come from. This country used to be a democracy, and it was a democracy that was hard fought for. Sadly, it is no longer a democracy. It is a dictatorship. And a tyranny. And if you feel it's wrong, it is because it's wrong. Trust your feelings on this. When you see people staring at you from over their masks, don't worry about it. Let them do what they want, and you do what you want. If you have symptoms of bowel cancer and of diarrhea and losing weight, and you've no insurance, and you're waiting for a colonoscopy, you can wait, and wait, and wait. You are now totally on your own. This government will not help you. The prognosis for bowel cancer is dependent on an early diagnosis. Every week that goes by, your prognosis gets worse without it being treated. And this is not right. The same applies for breast lumps for women. Breast check has been abandoned. It doesn't matter anymore whether you have a breast lump or not. If you've no insurance, you're not going to get a biopsy, you're not going to get anything. COVID-19 is the only thing that this government seems to be capable of concentrating on. Just very little else to say now, except, PCR, the test, where they shove something down your throat. It's very uncomfortable, but I had it done myself when I came back from Portugal. It's not specific for coronavirus. Therefore, when you get your nightly dose of how many new cases of coronavirus there are, 420 new cases, they're not new cases at all.
They're liars!
Those are cases of common flu, head colds, coronavirus, and a whole lot of them mixed in. Equally, the death rate, the deaths from coronavirus, or whatever those people want to make it to be. If you have chronic lung disease, heart disease, and just have had a stroke, and you die, and you also have a positive PCR, then you're put down as a coronavirus death. These are lies, they are not the truth. Wearing a mask is positively dangerous. Surgeons gave up wearing masks years and years ago, quite simply because they don't work. If surgeons don't wear masks when they're doing heart transplants and other serious operations, why should anybody else wear them? Not only are they useless, but they are also quite dangerous. You're breathing in your own carbon dioxide. You're getting 10% less oxygen than you need. It's like being on top of Croagh Patrick or someplace. And the mask is becoming more and more infected with bacteria in that warm, damp climate that it is. Shortly we will see a new disease called mask-wearing pulmonary infection. In fact, we're seeing it already, and I would say that more people will die from wearing a mask than they'll die from coronavirus. A lot of people have died for the freedom of this country. I'm talking about people in 1798, the Fenians in the mid-19th century, and of course the men and women of 1916. They didn't die for themselves, they died for us, so as we could have freedom. Are we now going to throw that freedom back in their face? Now, we don't want our freedom, we much prefer the slavery. Thank you all very much.